Well guys, the Electrolux power head quit working today. Before I go taking the power head apart, I can't complain too much about this vacuum. It's 25 years old and it's been going strong. I did replace the motor in this, I don't know, about a year ago. It's not turning on. Hit the reset button and it's like I'm getting no power to it. So the first thing I did was I took my meter, I put it on the end of my, put the meter on the end of my put the meter on the end of my connections on the inside of the hose, and I'm not getting anything. It gets its power, I don't know if you can see those little brass connections right there. So it gets its power from there. There's the wires that run all the way around this, all the way to the power head. And I'm not getting anything through the hose. So I come up here to here, and I don't know if you can see in there or not, but right there is the connections that made up to there. And I'm not getting any voltage whatsoever in my meter there. So the more I investigate this, I don't think there's anything wrong with the power head. I think we have a broken wire inside this. Okay, because of this ring and that latch, the secret to getting this part off, because this latch pulls up through there, the secret to it, and when it's on here like this from the bottom, you're going to pry right here and this will pry off. So because of this locking ring that releases the filter here, it goes in here, this is going to stick out and catch here. And what you do is when this is on here like this, you pry from the bottom, pry right here, and the whole thing will just pop off. And that gives me access to these wires where we're now going to check to see if one of them's broke. See the way this okay, to access these wires, you simply just pull this off those two little pegs right here. And they look fine here. Guys, took it all apart. So you take your meter. If you don't know how to do this, and hear that? That's a conductivity checker. I guess I could have taken a test light, automotive test light, and done the same thing. But so checking the conductivity through my hose, that one's good. Thought I marked it anyways. One of these is bad. So our next step is it's either the wire running through the hose or we have an open inside of here. But further examination, the way this thing spins, I fixed this cord, I don't think it was a month ago, did a YouTube video on it, and the daughter went and vacuumed and looked. I mean, twice in a month it's pulled out so far, and now it's jammed. But if you want to know how the inside works, it's a lot like your alternator on your car. So anyways, those two connections coming off the power cord run down those brass screws there. They're pretty cool. That's how it spins and still maintain contact. So while we have it off here, I'm going to go ahead and clean it up, and I think I'll lube it. Here's what we're greasing it with: dielectric grease. You can buy it at any automotive store. A lot of times you get these little tiny packets, they charge you $1 or $2. But if you buy one of these big tubes, it'll last you 20 years usually for what I do. But it's what you put around spark plug boots or any kind of electrical thing. One thing it does, it helps stop any kind of arcing and that's what will cause a lot of it's almost like welding. We greased the inside of that really well, and also greased that little pivot right there in the inside of there, and we're going to put it back together. And it's just these four little posts is all that hold this together, and then we're going to reassemble it and take that apart. Okay guys, I think I found it. When I took this cover off, it uses a T10 torque. Take this screw out right here, pop this off, and this wire was not connected to that pin right there, and this piece here was popped out, and I see this is busted across here, but I noticed there was a ton of play in this right here. That's what's happened, is somebody has either jarred it into something or dropped it. But anyways, we'll put it back together and it should work now, but this wire was disconnected. So I've taken I even took the whole motor apart, ohming it out and making sure, and come to find out it was right here.